Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cyber Flicker channel. Today we're diving into Edge of Tomorrow, a wild sci-fi ride full of action, aliens, and time loops. Trust me, you'll love it. The world is in chaos. Cities are burning, people are running, and alien creatures called mimics are taking over Europe at terrifying speed. Entire armies fall in minutes, civilians scream, and news reports show humanity on the brink. But there's hope. At the Battle of Verdun, Allied forces deploy massive mechanical suits, supercharged exoskeletons, and Rita Vrataski storms the battlefield, taking out hundreds of mimics. The media dubs her the Angel of Verdun, a symbol of hope for everyone watching. Meanwhile, William Cage, a PR officer in the U.S. Army, watches the news. He's never fought, lives a life of appearances and speeches, and thinks he knows the world. Spoiler: Cage's comfortable life is about to get flipped upside down. So Cage gets summoned to London, thinking he's going to help craft some motivational propaganda for the troops. Easy day, right? Wrong. General Brigham has a shocker. Cage is being sent to France with the first wave of soldiers to actually fight. Panicked, Cage tries to bluff his way out, threatening to leak secrets through the media. Big mistake. The general sees right through it. Cage is demoted to private and basically thrown into the deep end. He wakes up at a massive military base inside Heathrow Airport, handed a mechanical combat suit, and introduced to J Squad: Ford, Griff, Kimmel, Skinner, and Nance. Battle-hardened soldiers, they instantly see Cage as a weak liability. Cage realizes quickly, his life of charm and words won't save him here. If he wants to survive, he'll need courage, skill, and a crash course in being a soldier. It's invasion day. Cage and J Squad board aircraft, suited up in powered exoskeletons. Cage fumbles with the controls, everyone's staring, and tension is sky-high. The aircraft nears the French coast when explosions tear through the sky. The mimics weren't waiting, they ambush early. Chaos erupts. Soldiers scream, dive for cover, and are shredded in seconds. Cage freezes, weapon useless in his hands. Amid the carnage, a massive blue alpha mimic attacks Cage. In desperation, he triggers a claymore. Boom. Both he and the creature die. But here's the twist. Cage wakes up on the same pile of duffel bags at the base. Same morning, same sergeant yelling. Cage realizes with horror, he's stuck in a time loop. Death is temporary, and every day will repeat until he figures it out. Cage dies over and over, each time waking up at the base. At first, he panics, screams warnings, and pleads with J Squad, but no one listens. Gradually, he begins to notice patterns. He memorizes enemy movements, mimic behavior, and squad routines. Each loop becomes a lesson in survival. During one loop, Cage saves Rita Vrataski temporarily, though she dies eventually. Before her death, she whispers a cryptic line: "Find me when you wake up." Cage realizes Rita may hold the key to escaping this nightmare. With determination, he starts training himself, preparing for the next attempt. Each death teaches him something new, and every loop is one step closer to mastering the battlefield. In the next loop, Cage seeks Rita immediately. Skeptical at first, she finally believes him when he demonstrates knowledge of the battle only a time loop survivor could know. Rita reveals that she was trapped in a loop herself during Verdun. Together with Dr. Carter, they uncover the mimic's biggest secret: the Omega, a central intelligence controlling all mimics. The alpha mimics can reset time whenever they die, meaning the aliens can retry battles endlessly. Killing an alpha transfers the time loop ability via blood, exactly what happened to Cage. Now Cage and Rita know the stakes. Humanity's only hope is to master the loops and find the Omega before it's too late. Rita begins training Cage through countless loops. Every death is a brutal lesson. Weapons, tactics, battlefield awareness, they cover it all. With every repetition, Cage grows stronger, faster, smarter. He starts anticipating mimic movements, saving more soldiers, and surviving longer. But it takes a toll. Cage watches friends and Rita die over and over. The trauma is intense. He struggles with guilt, fear, and helplessness, yet slowly becomes the soldier humanity desperately needs. He also starts developing feelings for Rita, creating tension between duty and emotion. Every loop pushes him closer to becoming a true hero. Cage begins receiving visions revealing the Omega's location, though early leads are traps. The mimics are smarter than he thought, learning and adapting. Each loop teaches Cage new strategies, how to maneuver squads, and how to predict alien patterns. Working with Rita and Dr. Carter, they refine a device to track the Omega via alpha blood. Every day, Cage becomes more confident. Every death teaches him the terrain, the enemy, and himself. Slowly, the hopeless PR officer is transforming into a calculated and fearless soldier. Cage begins experimenting in the loops, taking bigger risks to save more soldiers and learn more about the mimics. Each day he tests different strategies, sometimes alone, sometimes with J-Squad. The battlefield becomes his classroom. He navigates chaos with growing skill, learning the timing of enemy attacks, the layout of the land, and how to exploit weaknesses. He is no longer just surviving. He is dominating each loop, using every death to sharpen his strategy. Cage starts feeling the weight of endless deaths. Watching Rita and the squad die repeatedly causes guilt and despair. His feelings for Rita grow, yet she keeps focus on the mission. Cage struggles with fear and the reality that every friend he tries to save may still die in the next loop. Despite exhaustion and heartbreak, Cage persists. His emotional growth mirrors his combat growth. He becomes resilient, determined, and strategic. After countless loops, Cage and Rita narrow the Omega's location to Paris. They plan their infiltration carefully. Every piece of equipment, every strategy, and every sacrifice is calculated. Cage knows mistakes are now permanent. There will be no more loops to fix errors. The tension rises. The audience feels every risk and every calculated move. Humanity's fate rests on these final steps. During a critical escape, Cage is injured and receives a blood transfusion, permanently losing his time loop ability. Death is real now. This raises the stakes like never before. Cage cannot fail. Every move, every decision, and every sacrifice matters. He can no longer rely on endless do-overs. The final confrontation looms, and Cage must use everything he learned to survive and win. Cage recruits the remaining members of J-Squad for the final assault. Soldiers now fully trust him as a leader. They prepare for infiltration and fight through the streets of Paris, facing waves of mimics. Sacrifices are inevitable. Cage balances leadership, strategy, and the emotional weight of seeing comrades risk everything to protect humanity. The team moves with precision, courage, and determination, ready to face the Omega itself. Cage, Rita, and J-Squad storm Paris. Explosions, gunfire, and alien attacks surround them. Half of the squad sacrifices themselves so Cage and Rita can reach the Louvre. Cage demonstrates everything he has learned: leadership, combat skill, and quick thinking. He moves with precision through chaos, showing how far he's come from the terrified PR officer at the beginning. The stakes are higher than ever. Every second counts. At the Louvre, Cage dives underwater toward the Omega while Rita distracts the Alpha mimics. He is wounded but determined, every movement fueled by survival and humanity's hope. Using a belt of grenades, Cage detonates the Omega, destroying the alien intelligence and ending the mimic threat. It's brutal, tense, and heroic. Cage has completed the impossible. He has learned, adapted, and survived against impossible odds. Cage wakes in the helicopter to London before the invasion. The timeline has changed. The mimics are gone. Humanity has already won. J-Squad is alive. Rita doesn't remember him, but there's a spark of recognition. Cage smiles, relieved and happy. From terrified PR officer to battle-hardened hero, Cage has survived, learned, and changed history. The world is safe, hope restored, and humanity has a hero forged through courage, sacrifice, and countless loops. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss another epic movie breakdown. Got thoughts about Cage, Rita, or your favorite time loop moment? Drop them in the comments below. I love reading what you think. Stay tuned, because we've got plenty more action-packed, sci-fi adventures coming your way. Until next time, keep watching, keep imagining, and as always, stay awesome.